I grew up in Lithuania. I think this is a quite controversial thing to say in the Italian culture. Lithuanians calls all plain pasta macaroni, and all the filled pasta calls them ravioli. Before Aemilia, we used to work in the restaurants for the kitchen group. To be honest, I have a mixed feelings with my past previous work. I used to have highest highs and lowest lows in those places that I worked, but I always have a memory that in majority of my time there, I was just not allowed to make pasta. Inside of me, there's a little burning desire to kind of still prove that I can make pasta. Yeah.
It's almost 6 a.m. and we are preparing the focaccia for today. Every morning, Thursday to Sunday, we come in about 5 a.m. and then we start to prepare all the pasta and all the bread dough.
When I was a kid at home, my mom was a wonderful chef. I think she was always making sure that we used to get fed, and whenever we used to have parties and everything like this, she was making sure that there's a feast on the table at all times. Because we were living in a farm, we always used to have incredible amount of vegetables and all different sorts of meat. Without me understanding as a kid, this is where I started to fall in love with food.
But you're so used to it by now.
They're going to the same concerts as we do.
So this is the regular base dough that we would use for plain pasta, so tagliatelle or portobello, and it's the same dough that we would use for filled pasta as well. But for filled pasta, we would make it a bit more wet, just because if it's too dry, it just dries up very quickly whilst we're making the filled pasta.
There was never enough time. There was always rush. You need to get it done quickly. There was no time for experimenting or anything. Why we chose pasta is because now we have our own time. We can do what we want. We can create whichever flavors we want. Again, we don't want to go too crazy about flavors and anything. We want to make sure that the simple thing is done right, because sometimes the simplicity is hardest thing to perfect. To make sure that every single piece is exactly the same, you follow the same instructions and same cutting angles or anything like this. It's a labor of repetitiveness that is built into you, and it's not for everyone. I found so many disregard towards me about the way we make pasta, for example. But again, that hatred comes from long-lasting tradition. And I completely understand, but sometimes there's the way how to criticize another artisan, and that doesn't really mean to shame them online. To this day, I'm still learning. That's the beauty of making fresh pasta, because it's never the same. Every day is a roller coaster. One day could be great, the other day everything can go to shit. You know, there's never a straight line with life and everything. Pasta is pretty much the same.
There you go.
Have a lovely day. YouTube and everything.
I do have the braised beef ragu, or I have the braised beef lasagna as well.
Is there anything else? Little details matters. I think this is what our shop is all about. It's just I love hearing feedback day-to-day basis when they come for the first time, and I see their faces again, and they were like, wow, this pasta was incredible. The lasagna, I never knew that the lasagna can be great, and those green sheets are incredible. And this is just a music to our ears. It's just to see the people coming back and they get more for their freezer. So whenever we're close or going to Emilia Romagna or a holiday somewhere, they have something that we left almost like an imprint in their fridge or freezer. I think this is what's amazing thing that we can provide to people. What is the best shop in Edinburgh?
Huh?
What is, you need to ask what's the best?
What's the best pasta shop in?
Oh, I don't know. Pasta shop is Emilia. But I don't try the other pasta shop. I try one, I don't remember where, one time, but not very good.
Not very good. Fair enough.
But Emilia the best.
Yeah.